Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In our previous tutorial, we learned that what is the difference between Playwright CLI and Playwright MCP server. Now in this particular video, we will see how Playwright CLI works. So let's begin. Playwright team has already updated their website and now you can see that you have a Playwright CLI, which is a token efficient browser automation for coding agents like Cloud Code, GitHub Copilot, skill-based workflows without large context overhead. And they have also have the information about the Playwright MCP here and their official documentation. So today our focus will be on the CLI. So I've already opened this URL over here. Let's go here. And if you see that Playwright comes with the Playwright-CLI, a command line interface for the browser automation designed for coding agents, right? And here you will see a difference between Playwright CLI and MCP server. There are some prerequisites for this one. You should have a Node 18 or newer, and you should have a coding agent. Maybe you might be using Cloud Code, GitHub Copilot, or some similar. And for this particular video, I will be using GitHub Copilot, and this GitHub Copilot is installed within the VS Code. And in order to install this one, simply you need to run this command, and it will globally install the Playwright CLI. So what we'll do is that let's do step by step. I'll create a folder, open that folder, install the Playwright CLI, and then see how it works. So let me minimize the browser right now. Just on the desktop, I'm creating a new folder, Playwright demo CLI. And now I'll open the VS Code. And inside that, I will open this empty folder. So simply go to the file, open folder, and Playwright demo CLI. This is the one, just select this one. So this is an empty folder right now. And as we know that, we need to ensure that we have a Node 18 plus, right? So we need to ensure this one. Okay. Now this is an empty folder. So what we need to do is that we need to install the Playwright first and then Playwright CLI. And here I've already signed into my GitHub Copilot agent. So this is the agent, and here basically we have selected the agent board, right? And now let's go back to the browser again. And simply what we need to do is that we need to install the Playwright. So simply copy this one, go back to the VS Code, go to terminal, new terminal, and paste this command and press enter. So it will basically ask the options to install the Playwright. So I will go with the JavaScript here, and where to put your end-to-end tests. So we need to find the folder over here. And do we really need to have a GitHub actions right now? So if you need, so go with the true. If not, just go with the false. Now it's asking to install the Playwright browsers, which we need. So yes, and this is now installing the Playwright on this empty folder. Now Playwright is installed, and you see that we have these folders over here, and we have this test. And inside this, we have the sample or example Playwright test. Now what we need to do is that we need Playwright CLI. So simply go back over here and just go to this particular link, and here copy this command. We will install this globally. So copy this one, go back here, and before I execute this command, let me clear this one and run this particular command to install the Playwright CLI. So press enter. So it will install this one. So already installed for me, so that's why I'm not seeing any kind of information over here. But for you, you will see some execution over here. Now, once we have a CLI, so what else we need to do? So go back here, and here we have this particular command, Playwright-CLI-shell. So it will give you a list of or information about the CLI commands or the skills. So basically, what Playwright CLI will do for you. So I will go here and paste this here and press enter. Now this particular command is basically will tell you two things. One, that Playwright CLI is properly installed, And because if it's not installed, this particular command will not get executed. And secondly, once it got executed, you will get all the information about this Playwright CLI over here in the terminals. What it can do, for example, the keyboard, press the key of the keyboard, press the key down, key up, move mouse to a good position, extract a dialog, dismiss a dialog, reset the browser window. So pretty much everything you do as an automation tester over click on elements. So this all kind of stuff you will see here, and you see that open the browser URL, close, so everything, right? So here, if you see that if you want to use it, this is how you can use playwright-CLI and command arguments or the options. Or if you want to use for the particular sessions, so playwright CLI-S session command argument and options. Now, what else we need to do? We haven't seen anything here right now in terms of the CLI. So what else we need to do? So go back here, and here we need skills. So coding agents like the one we are using, a GitHub Copilot, can use locally installed skills. So basically, we will install the skills locally, and we will be using those. So in order to install those skills locally, simply we need to run this command, playwright-CLI install, then -- skills. So copy this one and go back here, and again let me clear the terminal and run this command and press enter. So as soon as I run this one, so basically workspace initiated at this particular directory, then the skill stored to this particular directory on Chrome will use it as a default browser. And here you see that we have a folder called .plot, and it's by default. And under this one, we have this skills, then we have this references, and then we have this skill.md. So first thing I would recommend is that whatever the agent you are using, so for example, if you're using Claude, so just remain this here as a Claude. And if you're using a GitHub Copilot, so what I'll do is that simply right click over here, I will rename it to .github. So whatever the agent you're using, just rename accordingly over here. Now we have references over here, and we have a playwright test, session management, test generation. So basically, if I go here, open this one, so generate the playwright test code automatically as you interact with the browser. So how it works, every action you perform with the playwright CLI generates a corresponding playwright TypeScript code. This code appears in the output and can be copied directly into your test files. So basically, this CLI has these references. So whatever you give a prompt, and when you give a prompt, so basically what happens is that it will use these references for generating or writing the test cases. So there are so many things. So how to run the code, then playwright test, how to request the mocking thing, intercept or mock or modify elements and attributes, right? And then finally we have this skills.md. So basically it has all the skills. Now these skills are basically the commands, and now these commands are basically playwright-CLI open. So if I use this command, it will open. And if I say playwright-CLI go to this one, so it will basically open the browser. Now, as they are locally installed, so what you can do is that even you can use manually, which actually doesn't make any sense because it works well when automated agent or AI agent will be executing those commands. But let me show you here. So simply copy this command from here and just go to terminal and paste this one and press enter. So just clear this one and playwright CLI, go to playwright.dev. So the browser default is not open, please run the open first. So it says open first, no problem. There's a sequence we need to follow. Just press this one, and you see that once we got executed, we have this folder over here, and it will capture the snapshot of your page. Now If I go here and run this one, this time it should work. I will take the snapshot of this particular page. And we haven't provided the headed or non-headed mode. So by default, what happens is that it opens in the non-headed mode. So it will not actually open the browser. And using now when we execute this command, so basically what happens on the back end, it uses these references. And here is a complete page references for different elements you see, for the logo, for the image, for the doc link. So all kind of stuff. So it captures the complete page snapshot with the references. Right now, what we'll do is close this one, and here we have this agent. Now, in order to work with agent, so basically you need to write a prompt. And when you're writing a prompt, and if you have a multiple things installed in the VS Code, so basically I have already Playwright MCP server, I have Playwright CLI. So when I give a generic prompt over here, so it might get confused that either my agent needs to use the Playwright CLI or needs to use the Playwright MCP server. So when you're giving a prompt, you need to be very specific in terms of giving the prompt over here so that your agent can exactly use the Playwright CLI here. And basically, on the background, what happens is that when I give a prompt over here, this agent will use those commands, and those commands will utilize the references, how to generate the test cases, how to home in the things, and that's how this works. And now here, the skills are locally deployed. So obviously what happens is that it will utilize the less number of tokens. And that's why it's a token efficient. So what I do is that simply go back here, and here it says that you can also point your agent at the CLI directly and let it discover the command its own. So test this one using the Playwright CLI. So let's copy this command from here. And let's go back. And here you see that we have different things. So simply go ahead and just provide this information here. Test the add to do flow on this using the Playwright CLI and press enter and see what happens over here. So this, the agent now started working, optimizing tool selection, working on this, and we have specified that Playwright CLI you need to use. You can also mention they need to use the skills or the Playwright CLI skills. Now you see that it's preparing and doing this stuff. Read this example, processing Playwright CLI, and here you see that it's referring to the skills over here. And now you see that this is basically referring to this Playwright CLI go to command, which I just showed you earlier. And just allow this one and rest. Now this agent is using those commands or the skills, and with those skills and commands actually using the references for each and everything. So reading everything, and you see that it's buying everything, go to this demo website, buy this stuff, and doing all the stuff. And here we have Copilot CLI, local, cloud, and here default approvals. So you can see this kind of information over here when you're working with this particular GitHub Copilot, right? And here we have the usage of this particular Copilot. When I'm using a free, so it's showing me that how many chat messages I have done in terms of percentage, how much inline sessions are being given by the Copilot. So again, Copilot is very useful when either you are doing the automation or doing the development. It really helps you writing a code. And what else you can see here? So I'm just giving allow, and again you see that it's actually using all the CLI stuff right now. It's not using the MCP server, though I have a Playwright server over here. So go to command prompt. You see the list servers. So I have these Playwright MCP server right now. It's stopped, and even I have a Selenium MCP server. So there's so much stuff, and if I don't provide the exact information, Playwright or Selenium, so the Copilot will get confused, right? So here, allow, And again, you see that it's running and closing. Everything is done by the engine. So you haven't done anything manually. You're not executing those commands manually. So ideally, that's why they're saying that you need to use this with the agents. It's good with the agents, right? So agents again are using those commands and skill, are using those references, and every time it says let's go to the application, it creates a YAML file, getting all the information, all the references, and based on this, it will basically identify the elements. So for example, once it's done, what I'll do, I'll simply say generate playwright JS test script using playwright CLI. So now we are giving instruction to the agent itself. Now agent has access to this playwright CLI, right? And their commands and their references. So you see that it created a complete file. Add this one. So simply again, and it's saying that do you really want to execute this one? So first keep this one and go here, and you see that this complete test is there with the assertion. Check the item count. Await expect is basically here is the assertion over here, right? That's how you can work. So if I allow this one, so what I will do is basically run this particular test, right? And you see that it executed the test very quickly. And once it will execute, it will give the other things for you, right? And if you go here, I ran the test to ensure it's worked correctly. All tests passed, including the existing ones, confirming the script accurately test the add to do flow. This script uses Playwright's page object API with the role-based selectors and because it derived from the Playwright CLI interaction, making it robust and maintainable. So that's how basically you can work with the Playwright CLI using any kind of agent. So here I'm using the GitHub Copilot, but you can use any other agent.